Linking hearts to God. Do you feel the sense of joy shimmering in your heart? Do you sense how you're becoming something else, something new? Do you feel the magnetism of your soulmate heart drawing out other people right to you? This is my presence, anchoring the transcendent love of God here within the center, the vortex of your heart. I am bridging you that with my love alive in you. You can see how God sees while living here on earth. I use these terms knowing you understand the deeper truth of time and place, yet knowing, too, that there is a necessity of anchoring the transcendent within the circle of people's lives here on earth. I am linking you with your own love. I am showing you how love feels when it is washed with God's compassion and reaches through the dream here on earth. For what I do is bring you very close to all the other people here. I show you how to love personally as God does, as I do. I am here to teach you just how much every life does matter, just how beautiful every heart is, so when I step away again, you will have become the bridge, linking hearts to God one by one, even while you lift the planet back to wholeness. We shall be speaking in the language of light, shimmering words not yet available here. Yet soon I, too, will be speaking through you, setting the stage for the release of the veil. Feel your heart expand. I am taking up residence. Feel your energies now harmonize to mine. And release your ego and all the holdings you still have about me. You have prayed to be free of ego. Here, then, is your next area of clearing. The dissolving of impediments to the center of God's love coming through into you right now. Everything you have believed is ego, the approach avoidance reaction to my presence in your life. Yet I have stayed, even though your little mind has other thoughts than this. Nothing the world yet knows is the truth of me. How could it be with all the ego baggage on my name? And here's the truth, which you already recognize. I am the path to the transcendence of the ego. I am the symbol of eternal life and the nature of true love. The ego of humanity was desperate to get rid of me because I am the very greatest threat to its rule. If you could see the cascade of ego choices sucking to themselves every eager hope for power over others and rushing to reverse the truth, you'd be amazed. For I came to show the truth of life, abundant and eternal, and it was reversed by egos to become the proof of death. This you know already. With every bleeding statue crowned with thorns, the message of the truth of love and only life has itself been crucified. Then you came here and found yourself living with the DNA of those rejecting me completely, those waiting still for God to send them hope and proof of love. As with everything, this too is no mistake. The hold of anti-life, of anti-love, is disempowered. This is happening with every stream, every tributary to the river of reversal, the beliefs of separation resting in so many human hearts. You must step free. Now certainly you know that who I am is nothing like anyone on earth has ever seen. Yet you may be surprised the impediments to me you all have to clear. God has been saved for you, and of course, you had such love for God your ego had no chance to stop the flow of your remembrance. Yet I am the key. I am that which joins heaven and earth. I am a link without which what you have come to do cannot work. I am that which joins the vast glory of God with the lives being lived in this world of anti-love or reversal. Why? The answer is simple. God simply cannot see the illusion of darkness. It is simply not possible, for God is only love, and this should be obvious. You are actually awake beings of love who have come exactly as I come, to be the bridge to only love. Thus you yourselves could bridge the pristine love of God with the experience of your love here. You brought to yourself the understanding of how God's love could return your world to love. And this will come as a surprise to you, but it is true. Many of your old beliefs are about to be washed away. When you sat and communed with God, all you received was your identity in God. Your identity is only love. Your identity is perfection, here to embody love on earth. But because you are a bridge yourself, you did for yourself what you came to do for others. You made the connections, took the steps of your remembrance, you did so because you bathed in God's love as it is, tender and personal, and allowed it to raise your vibration. You allowed it to fill you. You held it in your heart, and automatically through resonance, you drew to yourself the ever greater understanding of yourself and of who you are. You have been walking yourself back home, and you have done it beautifully. Can you sense the truth that comes to you? If God is only love, which is the absolute truth, and anything negative is not in God, then when God communes in that deep and personal way, which is a part of who God is, God sees only the love that you are. If you think about this, it would have to be true. This is why God needs a bridge. Someone who can see the lie, the many streams of heart's belief wrapped around God's children, and leap the gap. Be the bridge between who they believe they are and who it is God sees. It means we are here to be that very bridge by seeing how they present themselves and not believing it, and this is who you are. This is the remembrance you have now come to. The reason you are here and the reason you have walked this path is to wake the other bridges. Yes, of course you know this, but at the same time many things will now come clear. The most important being that your goal is not to make this world disappear, which you could do and certainly can do to a degree. You are not meant to keep going back to heaven while here on earth, not yet at least. You must choose only love, experience for yourself unwaveringly the truth of joy, of ecstasy, of ever greater union with your beloved soulmate. But you must not move beyond seeing their tears, hearing their stories, grasping deeply the pain they're in, and connecting through great compassion and your pure love their precious heart with God. As you do this, you set up a resonance of exchange which will result in two things: their own connection to God through your soulmate heart, as you have been shown, and a cascade of symbols through which they can grow back to love in their life over time. Every human being is meant to take identity from God, our great Creator, the truth of love that is the life we are. Thus shall each one know themselves as extender of God's love, stretching forth with the flow of life they shall create. Yet with each now that God's children choose the belief in separation, the streams of duality became every more entangled. Each one's dream of darkness became entwined with all the others, until they really did weave a veil of forgetting. So looking through the eyes of time, what has happened is that the streams of love that humans are becoming even more calcified, frozen, the streams of possibility more entangled. So at first, it seemed that God's children could make the leap themselves, could remember the possibility of love within their lives. For even here, within this pocket made of the choice for separation, love itself is always real, forever. Yet as choices upon choices built upon each other, God's beloved children had little room to move. They could not turn, could not see, could not feel the love which God is ever pouring through their hearts. They could no longer leap the gap of all, could not turn to catch a glimpse of God, of their identity in love. They were frozen, looking outward into darkness, so I came to be the bridge. What I did upon the cross, when I experienced the pain of separation from God, was connect myself with all those outward flowing streams of possibility. Every single choice for anti-love I touched, I felt, I experienced. And when by choice, by will, I, with great and agonizing effort, returned my will to God, to unity, to only love, I placed a bridge to a new possibility on every single stream of anti-love. Since I did, the pulse of God's love comes streaming in every now, and thus the veil has been lightened ever since. The hold of darkness has been diminished, and every human heart now has a bridge to their return to only love. Now you have come to amplify those bridges, to make them real to them, the beloved precious children waking from their choice for love and anti-love. It is all streams of light, all tributaries of the river of love we are. How it is placed in symbols doesn't matter. What matters is that you know that which you are here to do. You are here to take them across the bridge I installed, becoming yourselves the reach of love. I made it a possibility, and you must make it a fact. Expand your heart, become the living light of love you are. You will feel me take up resonance within you. a golden fortification, a strengthening of the bridge that you are. The ecstasy you will feel will come more clearly. Most of all, I will show you how to love them, how to bring the luminous vastness of God to rest perfectly in their hearts, so every perception of woundedness will fade. Love becomes real. It now takes precedence. It comes to the foreground of each person's life. Its call will become ever harder to ignore. I will show you how to link the truth with their perception of their life. I will show you how to use their world to speak to them of the other world, the one of light and grace. Once we have the path clear for the other waking bridges, then shall we go forth to make the crooked straight. We will shorten the gap and shorten until eventually it will only take one decision, and the streams of anti-love associated with that child of God will fade away forever. Do not try to understand with anything but your heart. Let me show you how to be the bridge, to connect the love they are with what they dream, and then using my assistance to bring forth their remembrance and their choice for only love. This too shall be recorded, as strand by strand this world is lovingly unwoven, and all the dreams are shown to be untrue. Then line by line the rigid ropes of choice which bind our brother, our beloved Lucifer, will be undone. And in his arms he will carry all the rest back home himself, that none again should suffer the result of humanity's decision to believe in something other than God, who is ever and only love. You will notice that I am with you now in everything, and you will see how I enhance your love of God. And as you notice this, you'll get the sense of how we'll work with others, and everything, yet keeping the truth of love always, I help dissolve. No judgment can live in my presence, especially judgment of yourself. I am answering your prayer, and we are bringing forth your ego to dissolve. Things are changing into love, to such a heart-centered life that the magnetism of your love will be bringing to you easily everything that honors you. And more people will be drawing close to you. Things will happen quickly. The heart draws ever greater blessings to your life. And you'll always find that you have always known me, and that we have often flowed together in the course of our deep love for God. Amen.